Ignition sequence start. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running.
It's like official.
I thought you said that's a fish.
It's like a fish.
It's like a fish.
Oh, you did it.
Yeah.
We put new stuff on.
We got an intro.
We did an intro.
Yeah.
We have artwork.
Mm-hmm.
And one of us will be in town this weekend with his wife out of town, so I can probably figure that out.
Figure out how to do it.
Yeah.
Yep.
You just got to send me the actual art.
Oh, it's in the Dropbox. You're good.
Oh, I'm good.
You're good. You got
It's
it.
done. Yeah. It'll
Yep.
be on Anchor next week then.
Yeah.
What do you think of them apples?
I think it's time to end the podcast.
And now in his knee. Yeah, let's end this thing.
It's just, how many episodes? This is 14?
14.
So next week, 15 and done.
Okay.
15 and done.
Or it could be a season until we figure out how to.
I didn't even think about seasons.
Yeah, you could do seasons.
Yeah.
Figure out how to do the technology when you're away.
Season 1 was just the test run.
You're going to find out how difficult it is to tell me how to do technology over the phone.
Am I going to have to
Yeah, you're going to have to probably come out here.
grandpa you with
You
the
could,
something?
I'm 100% grandpa now. It's
Mm.
happened.
It's okay. I've been told that I'm good at teaching old people how to. Someone told me that I should start a business teaching an older generation how to use their phone
Mm-hmm.
and whatnot. So
I
got
could
you
figure stuff out. I just can't retain it
covered.
because I don't do it enough. That's not true. So, like, I figured out how to do the newsletter.
Mm-hmm.
I just have to do the reps or it's gone. I'm not somebody that remembers
So I
anything.
think when I leave,
Yeah.
I'm going to teach you everything. And I'm
Uh-huh.
hoping that when I leave, the fear that, like, oh, I have to keep this in
Uh-huh.
and not just rely on Ryan. It's
It's
that's not going to keep it in
probably
there.
not going to help.
Oh, man. I thought that
There's a
was
lot going on up there, Ryan. I mean, it's not just this.
not just the podcast.
Not just like you have things that are not just this.
Now I'm sad.
I asked Ryan what he wanted to talk about before the podcast because he didn't realize that I had nothing ready, and he was going to give me a hard time. I said I've been busy, and he's been busy. We were both out of town this weekend.
Yeah. I went down to Vegas.
Yeah, that's a little busier than me.
Maybe. We just drove around a lot. We drove 500 miles
Oh, around Vegas.
Around Vegas.
How hot was it this weekend?
Pretty nice. Friday it was like 90, 92. And then
Too hot already.
That was great.
You're in so much trouble.
And then Saturday and Sunday was like high 80s.
Oh,
It was, oh my God, it was perfect. Perfect.
high 80s is perfect.
And it like a little wind.
Okay.
So like it was,
Were you in swimming pools at all?
no.
Really?
Didn't have time for swimming pools.
So finding places, none of these new places that I'm going to come visit. One of them has a
Two of
swimming-
them did.
Okay.
Two of them did. And those two on paper were perfect. And if
On paper.
I was renting that house 15 years ago, would have been perfect. And if previous owners or renters or tenants or whatever had kept it nice,
Sure.
it would have been perfect.
So they're not even going to try to make it
Oh.
nice in between people being there?
There was one where we went into a bathroom and there was a face mask and some other stuff in that toilet.
Ugh.
And I was like, what?
In the toilet?
Yeah.
Just floating.
Just hanging out. And I'm just like, who would show this? Another one had like a rat trap out in the front. And I'm like, oh,
Excellent.
great.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Might have been for possums, though. We don't know.
No, maybe tarantulas. I don't know.
Tarantulas.
So I'm making it sound like it was a terrible weekend. No.
No, I'm making it sound like a terrible
Most
weekend.
houses
This
were.
is what I'm subliminally doing to.
So I hate it. Oh no, I came back and it was cold.
No, it was nice.
It was cold. It
was nice.
snowed this weekend.
Yeah, it's called seasons.
it's
It's over for you now.
It's
Yeah,
May.
yeah. It's a later season
No, my birthday is supposed to be nice and warm and springy.
because
but
it's your birthday. You think weather
not
operates
because it's
around when
my
your birth
birthday.
is? Yeah,
Not because it's my birthday.
because tomorrow's my birthday.
Traditionally, see, it's supposed to be nice for you too. I don't know why you're fighting me on this.
I like that your 2 days earlier were shittier than mine are going to be tomorrow.
Yeah,
Not really. I mean, but it will. It could possibly change that quickly.
I guess.
It didn't. It didn't snow yesterday. Was
I
nice.
thought it snowed on Sunday. That's what I heard. I wasn't here. I was told it snowed,
I was driving back,
and it's May,
and it was snowing in the
and it
mountains.
shouldn't snow. It's springtime.
You ever hear the Prince song? Sometimes it snows in April.
No, I haven't.
Well, sometimes it snows in May.
Well, the song isn't in May.
Even Prince knew that April was weird. Yeah. No, and it's
your
tricky
argument
too.
isn't valid, sir.
It's not. It's just that's what we live with. It's
Well, that's not what I'm going to live with.
you can't plant until after Memorial Day here. You know what I mean? It's true.
I don't disagree with you.
Right. And you're happy to be going.
Yes.
I'm going to love it when you are really, really hot and the giant bugs are bugging you.
You know what what isn't in isn't, I don't know. They don't have mosquitoes down there,
Allegedly.
allegedly.
That you know about because they're bird-sized and they take you directly to the hospital. They're polite. They're polite mosquitoes. They'll suck your blood and then they'll pick you up and take you back to the hospital.
That's nice of them.
Yeah, it's a nice service.
I like that.
But yeah, you were saying tarantulas. That could happen.
That could happen.
We scorpions.
Yeah. I think from what I've understood that scorpions are scarier visually
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
than they are practically, unless you're like a cat or something. I still don't want to find one.
No.
Definitely don't want to find one.
I wouldn't be that scared. You don't want it in your house.
No.
But I don't think they kill you like we were led to believe.
No, I
as children.
guess it's, and I could be wrong. but
Treatable.
From what, yeah, it's like maybe like a severe bee sting or something like that.
Hard to say.
I don't know.
Hard to
I
say.
don't want to find out.
You might, though, because guess where you're going, pal?
The desert.
The high desert. So the desert, you got that. You were looking for everything. Have you been trying to edit in the meantime? Is that even happening?
Yeah,
Okay.
slowly.
What are you working on?
What can I talk about? I'm not sure if I can talk about one of them yet.
Not the shelter.
Shelter can talk about.
Okay.
I can always talk about that. We received music. I don't know if we talked about that last week. I think we
Did
did.
a little bit. You said you
Received music.
edited a little bit
Music.
on the music.
And I cut down the thing a bit.
Nice.
Our composer was nice enough to clean up some of our audio, actually.
What?
Yeah. Some of our audio needed a little help here and there to make it sound more natural.
And he give it to you?
Mm-hmm.
That was nice.
Yeah.
That's an extra service.
Yeah, he was listening to it. And I really appreciated this. Because I told him, I'm like, listen, you have fresh eyes. And I'm going to assume you care about this because you hopped on to do this movie.
Signed on. Yeah.
So whatever constructive feedback you have, I would love to hear it, whatever it is. I may not agree with everything, but like I want to hear it. So he listened to parts of it, and he's like, okay, like he asked me a question about a certain part of it. Is like, has this been tinkered with? And I'm like, yeah, it has. He's like, yeah, I can really tell. And I'm like, okay, like, did it work for you? He's like, no. I was like, great, because it hasn't worked for me either. But a lot of people tell me, it's fine.
That's fine.
And it's just like, is it? And so he's like, well, let me see what I can do. And I was like, okay, great. So I sent him all the stuff, and he sent it back to me. I'm like, oh, this sounds much better than what I
Cool.
was trying to do.
Good.
So that was really helpful. And should be getting more music this week.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Tell me about the thing you can't tell me about.
I'm doing a shoot tomorrow.
Is it secret shoot?
I don't know.
Who's it for? Just whisper.
this
This isn't coming out.
This is an audio
This
art
won't
form
come
or
out for-
audio.
Well,
medium.
this one we guarantee won't come out for 2 months.
How about if I mouth it?
Okay. I didn't understand a word of that.
I don't know if I even said anything.
Mm. Eddie Vedder?
Yeah.
Okay, Eddie Vedder's coming around. Well, I mean, and we got our project.
Yeah, this weekend.
It's happening.
I should write a shot list.
Mm. Could.
I could.
I've been telling the ladies. They're like, so what do you need? And I'm telling them what I think we wanted them to dress in.
Mhm.
Same idea, I'm assuming.
Mhm.
I talked about, it's a crack in the facade of the superficial veneer.
It's artsy.
It's going to be,
Just say that.
it's artsy and it's going to be fartsy. And we have people going to be in it, so which is great.
I'm really excited for this.
I am too.
I was listening to the song on the plane,
Mm.
actually writing shot list, but or at least ideas.
You were trying to make me nervous there.
Yeah. Did I make you nervous?
Not really, because I could probably come up with one too. I think between the two of us, we'll figure something out for the music video. I just put it in your hands
No.
because and trust.
Well, that's real nice of you.
Sure.
Appreciate that. No, I'm really excited. I think the location is going to be killer.
Yes.
The talent that you have secured. I'm really excited for them to be in it.
Me too.
Song's okay.
Songs are songs all right. Songs are right.
Song's okay.
Songs aight.
No, it's perfect.
If you like that kind of thing. Yeah.
So
No, I think it's time to happen.
what are you
yeah.
most excited about? Should we do it before and the after kind of thing?
For the video?
So like, okay, we're going into this. What are you most excited about?
So I know this sounds not artistic at all, but I'm excited to roll this thing out.
Okay,
I'm excited for the product to finally come out.
you're ready to have something.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. And, so Matt has been really busy lately. We haven't been, it's going to take one more session to finish the album.
That's exciting, though.
It's great.
Mm-hmm.
And
I see what you're saying though. But he's been really busy, so you've been on
I've been on the
back burner for a little bit.
he's never put me on the back burner. I wouldn't say that because he's the one that also said, let's get back to work, after Christmas, after we took a month off. But yeah, what I'm looking at is I've had 3 different artists for the cover art fall through. I don't think I told you that.
Oh no.
Yeah. So again, somebody saying they're going to have something for me and then they don't call.
Mm-hmm.
Even when we say, hey, I'm going to pay you for this. Very strangely, they just suddenly become the kind of artist that we worry about people thinking we are,
Mm-hmm.
which is a little more, what's the word I'm looking for? Unreliable. That's the word I'm going to say. Unreliable. So 2 weeks of waiting for something, and both times not knowing that I was tricking them into talking to me because she didn't save my number.
Oh.
So she answered because she didn't. Right. And then, yeah, I'm not saying names, so I'm just going to say this is what I've been dealing with. Have a concept, chase somebody down, want them to work on it. Oh, let me see what I can do, and then can't get a hold of them. And when I finally do, it's just easier for me to not answer than to reply, which is...
Wait, they said that?
Yeah, those were words. And I was trying to be, empathetic. And I said, do you want it or not? I mean, it's cool if you don't. Just let's do this now. Yeah, just give me 1 more week. Okay.
Nothing.
Can you guess what happened next? Nothing happened next. Nothing. And me reaching out. And the annoying thing that I do on text? Yeah, you do.
Oh, you're talking about where you don't leave me alone for a moment?
Yeah, where I will send the message, and if you haven't answered it, I will copy the exact same message and send it to you again 24 hours later.
Yep.
Yeah. So she got that message 4 days in a row.
Wow.
And then she got the voicemail saying, I'm going to assume that you don't want the job.
Yeah.
The end. That's the end of that story.
Oh, no reply back?
No, because she didn't want the job.
Okay.
I unless there's a mystery there. If there was some special instruction that I didn't,
That's unfortunate. I'm sorry, man.
It's okay. It seems like it happens.
Onward.
Always onward and upward. It's not like I didn't have somebody in the back burner. I've always got some other plan.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't want to be that guy. You know what I mean? I don't want to be a guy that is looking you in the eye and saying, yes. What's my backup plan?
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like we live in that world quite a little bit?
That I have to have a backup plan?
Yeah.
I think your output and your mediums that you choose to work with require a lot of other people.
Mm-hmm.
Chimera is mostly self-contained within me and my business partner. And so
True.
that would be the only person that I like have to rely on, unless we're talking about like a client.
Right.
But I don't. Aside from like the cover art for this podcast, I haven't had to rely on too many people.
Right.
For certain things, and I've gotten lucky that the graphic artist who did
Our stuff.
is a legit pro.
Yes.
She nailed it. And then I'm really happy that the other guy that I hired, the composer, Chris,
Yes.
is a stand-up dude as well. So I guess I'm lucky, but I haven't had as many opportunities to invite other
Weirdness.
Yeah, I mean,
Weirdness.
I think music video is the only time where it gets a little weird.
Well, it got weird on us, so you did experience it.
Yeah, I think that one's really hard. Yeah, I don't set my. I'm a bit for most of my career. It's been kind of the lone wolf. Not the mentality necessarily, but the situation or the reality.
Yeah.
So I haven't had that heartbreak as much.
Well, nothing happens unless I make it in my room.
Mm-hmm.
So in that way, that part is still unsullied. That part is still just me.
But you have a rollout
Mm-hmm.
and you're pushing for a certain type of rollout that does require music videos. So me,
Yep.
cover art, someone else.
Yeah.
Like you are very, very talented, and you've got multiple talented. Like you are a jack of multiple trades. I'm not gonna say all, but multiple.
The old man thing I'm going to play again. Yes. Yes. You are an old dog, and
but-
all the tricks that you have are the ones you. No, I know what you mean though.
But there's some that you can't do. Like you can't. I guess you can't make cover art.
Or I could learn, but what am I taking away from?
Right.
Like what then am I not doing
No.
of the things that I want to do?
Yeah, I think it's more fun. Well, it should be more fun than what you're going through, but it is more fun if you invite an artist to come in and give their rendition of the
Yes. Well, and what's funny too is even though it's frustrating, it's still fun.
idea. That's great. See,
It's still like oh this thing.
exactly.
And you move on quicker and you just find something quicker and you find people that want to be there or at least want to get paid. Because maybe they don't want to be there, but they would like to make some money off of making a album cover.
That's respectable.
Yeah.
That's respectable.
Do you think I would have less problems if I stayed in one lane? Like if I just said, I am now just a singer-songwriter.
No. Because I think there's I think you're gonna find laziness or and maybe even with the artists it wasn't laziness, it was more they couldn't connect with it, but they definitely have poor. I don't mean to be like, I'm not trying to be a jerk, but they have poor communication skills.
Yeah, the communication was not awesome.
Which
That's my only problem. It's like at any point, just say the thing.
yeah, we've had that conversation a ton of times. Like I'd rather just know that you're not in this, so I can move on.
Yes, I can go
You're
do
not wasting
something
my
else.
time, and because I don't want to waste your time.
No.
But 4 weeks or whatever.
Yeah, it was a long.
nothing.
It was a long court. And here's the other thing. It's like it starts feeling like I am courting people.
Mhm.
That's a weird way to feel when you've been married for almost 24 years. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to. This shouldn't be a flirting situation.
Well,
This should,
it does.
I shouldn't be enticing you. It should be, here's the job. Do you want it or not?
Yeah. It feels
Not
like
some
you have to do a
emotional-
dance
Yes.
to get it right.
Yes.
Yeah. No, that it shouldn't be. Ideally, it shouldn't be that way. I don't
Yeah.
know. It would be nice to hear other people's.
Yes.
Uh,
Because I run into it a lot, so it might be me.
yeah.
It's possible.
You are the common denominator here.
I am the common denominator with people that say, yes, I want to do that. I want to take your money and then disappear into the ether.
You're not though.
Maybe.
You're not. I mean, I don't know.
I think I scare people because I often try to find younger, emerging talent that maybe has not developed communication skills or doesn't understand, oh, money would be great. And then they poop the bed because they don't know what to do next.
I remember the first time I got offered money for video, it was a really weird exchange for me. Not even the exchange, the physical exchange. I guess the idea of, trading my art or my services and getting paid for it for so long it was just a hobby.
Yep.
And it was something that I did.
Mm-hmm.
To get paid for it felt very weird the first time. And I know that a lot of the people that you actually work with are getting paid doing other artistic things.
Yes.
That's definitely not the thing sometimes, or most of the times.
Right.
But it is a weird thing to monetize your passion.
Yes.
It's a great thing once you get over some hurdles, but that first time.
First time sucks.
Is
How old were you first time?
that I actually got real money was like in my mid-20s.
Yeah.
And, I'd paid little things here and there earlier, but like a first like professional shoot thing.
Yeah, but you were getting your reps in anyway.
Yeah.
Like you felt like you were paying your dues.
Yeah, and it was weird though to get paid to do something. It's like, oh, it maybe I'm like this. I'm curious if other people felt like this, but I felt like it got tainted a little bit. It's like, oh, this became work.
Yeah.
In a sense. And that was a hard thing to do when I was transitioning into commercials. It was like, oh, I'm not making music videos. I'm not making short films. I'm not telling the stories that I'm used to telling. It's like, oh, you got to do this for this person. It's like, oh, this is more work than it is expression.
Yes.
I've found ways to express myself in that. And that's why I'm still doing it. And I love it. But at first it was like, oh, it felt like I dirtied up the passion a little bit.
Sure.
But
all the things you have to reckon with art and commerce.
yeah,
It's not an easy.
it is a very.
Wouldn't it be nice if somebody came along and said, you're the most talented person that I have ever met. Here's your money. Just make stuff for me. Please me.
I don't know if I'd like that or not.
I think you would. I think that's kind of the dream. Like in any which way, if you think about.
Would you be hungry?
Yes.
I don't know if I'd be hungry.
If you had a year with whatever funds you wanted to make whatever you wanted, you don't think that you could.
Do you think you would George Lucas yourself?
Oh, I'd 100% George Lucas myself, but I would also hire people to make sure that I didn't George Lucas myself.
Okay, that's the key right there.
Yeah. No, I'm not. Yeah.
You can't just hire yes men.
Easily go off the rails.
Yeah.
Easily everybody can go off the rails.
We've got 3 movies of that.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you can, and you can make really beautiful things that don't have any connection to anybody else on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
And there's also that thing where you should just make what you want.
I think it would be fun
and hope that it lines up.
If you're talking about movies where I could tell whatever story I want, and the back of my head is this going to sell?
Am I making people happy?
Yeah, if that was the question, if I'm making myself happy,
yeah. Am I making the movie I wanted to see?
Yeah, if the money or the resources guaranteed that, then yes, I would. But as long as it wasn't like, okay, we have to sell this many action figures, then.
And you were worried we wouldn't have anything to talk about.
Yeah,
we got there, buddy.
We did. We ended up on Star Wars.
I'm going to play a song.
Okay.
We got more. This one's from the Saint Somewhere.
An oldie.
You can find it on the Spotify and the Apple, on the streaming. You can.
Are you on Amazon?
I'm on Amazon.
Oh my God.
Stream everywhere, babe.
Thought I had you. Dang it.
I've sold out all CDs, so we'll talk about that in a minute.
Okay.
Here it is. Russ, Ben, and I.
Ben and I found our way to the bottom. Took more than one wrong turn, darling, now we're here. Russ doing cartwheels, Ben's in the bushes. Me, I'm just trying to make words clear. Hey, yeah. much like myself of late. Russ can't seem to find his way out of this town. Then he's been just about everywhere. All of us far from settling down. Have I lost my way? Oh, darling, is it all you can say? Hey, yeah. Oh, hey, yeah. Well, I know we may be a little unruly. The way that I feel might be far from real. Yeah, I know it's late for a warm, warm welcome. Right now you're yelling from that porch, it just makes me laugh. Have I lost my way? Oh, darling, is it all you can say? Is this a part where you tell me I'm useless? Is this a part where you tell me you just don't care? Baby, you've got a tongue like a serpent. Don't you leave me hanging in the air, hanging in the air. Hey, yeah. Oh, hey, yeah. Well, I can see the sun is rising. The shadows long say it's time for home. But the rising sun brings me no assurance that everything I know is not wrong. Is not wrong. Hey, yeah. Oh, oh. Hey, yeah. Oh,
Woo! Halle, halle. Told you there's a lot of yelling at the end there.
That was a lot, yeah.
I get excitable.
Jeez.
Get excitable. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna play that one tomorrow.
Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
So the listeners listening on day one of the release on the email.
Yeah.
Can go catch you tomorrow on your birthday
On my birthday.
at the Celtic Cowboy.
Celtic Cowboy, yeah. And I guilted people on Facebook too.
What time?
6 to 9 p.m.
All right.
Yeah.
If you're listening to this on Apple
On the
Podcast,
Or the newsletter.
yeah, if you don't listen to the newsletter, you're good. But if you listen
Mhm.
to us on Apple Podcast, you missed it.
You missed it. Although, maybe you didn't, because I got
Maybe.
20 gigs this summer, and I'm ready to.
I mean,
I'm going to
you're
keep
gonna
adding.
miss your birthday show.
Gonna miss
They're
the
gonna
birthday
miss
show.
your birthday show.
I mean, you can still send me presents. Not stopping that from happening. But yeah,
Do you want an Amazon wish list or something?
someday down the road when people really want to help us out, we can Amazon wish list it up. No, it'll be fun. A year ago I was in the hospital.
Yeah.
COVID days, so there was no visitation. I had friends that snuck in some bacon. Did I tell you that?
No.
Yeah.
How did they do that?
They put it in a present form. Can you give this to him for us? Sure. Open it up. It's bacon.
Oh, that's a good day.
It was very sweet.
Oh, that's nice.
Shout out to my friends Matt and Ann. That was lovely.
What a smart way to do that too.
It's a smart way to do it. But it was a little lonely up there. I told you I tried to get I got that nurse that would not laugh at anything I said.
That was your Everest.
Mm.
That was your goal, right? Kept you going.
Trying to get her to crack, to buy me a present. Yeah. To do anything fun. Yeah. So this is, I think I just thought I'm going to celebrate. I'm going to sing a lot and loud.
Yeah. What time tomorrow?
6 to 9. 6 to 9. Be there or be square.
Excellent.
I don't know. We'll see how full it is. What about you? You got...
Got the super secret show tomorrow, or shoot tomorrow.
Okay, I'll ask about that again. We'll after, and then we'll get to it. But we got our music video. You got the shelter that's moving, and you got to move.
Gotta move.
What's the date? The go date?
June 1st.
June day.
3 weeks.
And now the end is near.
3 weeks.
How do you feel?
I was feeling good until about 2 seconds ago.
Mm-hmm. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot to have happen.
It's exciting.
You got a home here, though. You know you do.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like you can, you know.
And I'll be back quite a bit I even got more news today that I might be coming back for other shoots. So
Then I can say, guess he's back.
Yeah. I have to be back on a Tuesday so I can do live recordings for the podcast.
We could just do like a whole day and cover the summer.
Oh, there we go. I don't know. I don't know if you and I can talk and be interesting that many times.
There might be some beverages to help.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see.
What number episode is going to be the drunk episode? People need to look forward to that one. There's got to be
I guess I got to look at your schedule
celebratory
because we got 3 more where you're here.
I'm just thinking of a number. It's like there's a certain number that's like episode 20.
20 is pretty good.
20 is really close.
Yeah, 20 is closer than you think.
20 is way closer.
But it'll be like the first time you come back, and then we'll have to record like 8. We'll do 4 hours.
So we'll do like what? We'll do 4 sober. And then each.
Oh, you think that we're not going to build up? Or,
no,
yeah,
the last 4 will be a progression until it's just mumbling.
I don't think we'll ever get that bad.
I don't know.
Plus, I have students that listen to this, so
maybe that's not the best.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Let's table that.
I'll talk about that later. Thanks for listening to The Launch, ladies and gentlemen. It's always good to be able to hang out with my friend Ryan in person while I can. And
3 weeks left.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
And for the newsletter people,
yeah,
tomorrow night, Celtic Cowboy.
Celtic.
You said 6 to 9?
6 to 9.
Nice.
I might go later. Who knows?
Good.
I might just not stop. Might take it to the streets afterwards.
On a Wednesday night.
Let's do it.
Okay. Thanks, guys.